everyone. A warm welcome to our respected faculty members, SIG leaders, moderators, panelists, and all the students present here. I am Pushpanjali and I will be anchoring today's session. The MMIT IEEE Student Branch is organizing its first SIG activity under the Computer Society chapter through the Intelligent Systems SIG as a part of the AI Conclave. This student-led panel discussion, India AI's Moment, Hype, Hope or Reality, is being conducted in the context of India's AI Summit 2026. The objective of today's session is to spark thoughtful discussion and explore diverse perspectives on evolving role of AI in India. To formally begin the event, I would like to invite our respected branch counselor, Dr. Monica Dambore ma'am, to deliver the welcome address and introduce the student faculty SIG leaders.
Hello. Very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Monica Dambore, MMIT IEEE Student Branch Counselor. So, under the Student Branch, we have formed the Computer Society chapter, and under Computer Society chapter, we have formed 6 special interest groups. These are 6 SIGs: Scalable Systems, Secure Computing, Computational Finance, Intelligent Systems, Health Informatics, Connected Systems. Now, the purpose of forming these groups is to get the optimal utilization of the manpower. We have around more than 50 students in the IEEE Student Branch for IEEE members to have maximum utilization of them, and the outcome of this SIGs is any productive activity at the end of the semester. Per SIG, we are expecting at least one industrial visit, one product development, one research paper development, one social activity, etc. So every SIG at the end of the semester, should be able to deliver a productive activity. We have faculty coordinators for this SIG, student coordinators, student leaders for each SIG, and faculty leaders for each SIG. So the structure is I and Dr. Subhash Rathod sir, we are the faculty coordinators for the entire SIG structure. Then in the student coordinators, we have Sankalp Indish and Soham Shinde. Then SIG wise, we have student and faculty coordinators. For the first SIG, Scalable Systems, Soham Shinde is the student coordinator, and Dr. Mangesh Amde sir, he is the faculty coordinator. I request all the student coordinators to come in front. All the student coordinators one by one. Soham, just stand here. Soham is the first SIG student coordinator, and Mangesh sir, faculty coordinator. Then for the second SIG, we have Maithili Tetare. Come fast, Maithili. Maithili Tetare as the student coordinator, and Dr. Jayashree Shinde madam as the faculty coordinator. Then under third SIG, Computational Finance, we have Tanmay Gandge as the student coordinator, and Professor Pranjali Deshmukh ma'am as the faculty coordinator. Then for SIG 4 Intelligent Systems, we have Geet Jamdar as the student coordinator, and Dr. Swapnil Chaudhary sir as the faculty coordinator. Then for SIG 5 Health Informatics, we have Satyam Patil as the student coordinator, and Professor Shalaka Shivsagar as the faculty coordinator. And for SIG 6 Connected Systems, we have Gargi Shinde as the student coordinator. She couldn't be present here, so Vedika will take over. And Dr. Pramod Thangare sir as the faculty coordinator. Today's event AI Conclave is happening on the context of the India AI Summit 2026, which just happened in Delhi. So we are basically organizing panel discussions led by students, where we have 4 panelists in each of the 2 rounds and 1 moderator per panel. Now, I would like everybody of you, all the SIT student coordinators, to introduce themselves in just few seconds. Okay? Yes, so who to go first?
Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Soham, and my SIT name is Scalable System. We have have Shabu as a coordinator, then Mangesh sir as a faculty coordinator, and we are aiming to conduct research and mainly products on cloud computing and that's it.
Good morning everyone. My SIG is Secure Computing and my coordinator is Pushpanjali with me. We are aiming that every member in the SIG and also the non-members who are not part of the SIG to create the outcome as to everybody can learn about secure computing and get something out of this like leadership or communication skills. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Tanmay Garge and my SIG is Computational Finance. My co-coordinator is Julie Vaikole. So if anybody interested in computational finance, want to learn how finance works in the industry of AI, you are welcome to join. Even if SIGs are formed right now, you can always contribute your time to us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Keith. I'm the SIG of Intelligence System and my co-head is Roshan Patil. So we aim to develop products and solve problems collaboratively with other SIG. So in case if you are interested in solving problems using AI, that too using applied AI system, I welcome you all to our SIG.
Good morning everyone. I am Satyam, student SIG leader for health informatics. So if you have any ideas related to health industry, which might be a software based or a hardware based, we are open to do the R&D. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Vedika Patel and I'm the co-coordinator of Connected System and the leader is Gargi Shinde. So I'll be speaking on her behalf. So the main aim is to understand what are the emerging trends of IoT, and we'll be conducting various workshops wherein we get the hands-on experience of various components of IoT. So please do join us and participate in the upcoming events because it will be really insightful for us. Thank you.
Thank you everyone. I'm extremely thankful to our HOD Dr. Subhash Rathod sir for giving us permission to organize the event under a tight schedule of healthy activities, and sir has to go and all the faculty members also have to go for their respective work. I request the HOD sir to please come to the stage and just speak for 2 minutes.
AI conclave, right? Yes, I see. AI conclave थोड़ा सा मोटा वाला है. We'll schedule it, right? So, what is the purpose of forming the SIG? Madam has very clearly that it is a unified efforts and the direction to move forward to solve the problems. Understand? Right? If we form the groups, then the team member from diverse group will be participating in that, and faculty mentors will help you to go forward, right? So hence it is only the motto behind the formation of SIG, right? And that particular faculty will be responsible to carry out the activity, direct them in particular ways. Another way, like it is under the IEEE, right, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
So there is again the concept of SIG. I thought it is should be at the institute level, but Madam said we can take this activity under the IEEE and we can move forward. All the students who are right presently in the teams, they are already part of the IEEE. You can be and you are interested supposed to, you can be joined to the IEEE as a members and participate in all the activities with us, right? So in the SIG, what you have to do, you have to identify the problems in particular areas, right? And work on that problems. As he said, somebody said it's a research, right? Yes, it's of course the research, and that faculty and your team will be directed in right way to move forward towards the IPR, right? So there should be some ultimate and measurable outcome we are expecting in this all SIG. Remember, measurable outcomes we are expecting. Like for example, you identify the problem rightly, you develop it, faculty has been directed to you, implement it, revise it, and come to the complete solution. And that faculty is mainly faculty as total is responsible for to convert it to the IPR. Again, I am coming to the point that what is IPR? We should go for the at least separate, at least patents and the product. So ultimate aim is that of SIG is the formation of SIG is that. So we should reach the measurable outcomes in terms of product, in terms of patent, and in terms of IPR. So for your kind information, your student branch personnel head, who is actually not student personnel head, Sankalpa, right? He is not here right now. Sankalpa, he may be busy somewhere. He has had his own two patents, right? His own. Presently he is not here maybe, but you should be, you can be. If I am third year, madam, college has supported them. You might be don't know that, right? So college will support financially if your product is right, if you file the patents and if you file the copyright. So we supported in 10,000, madam, we supported financially. Financially 10,000 has been paid by the college. Similarly, if your idea is whole, we are ready to pay the fees even now, right? So we are expecting at least one outcome from the SIG. At least one outcome. You are many, right? But we are expecting at least one from the ISIG. Hence, we are dividing these particular areas in according to this way, and you have to lead among this all, right? You have to lead among this all, right? Huh? So all the best for this SIG will be continuous forever. Still IEEE, right? So as of now, how many members, madam? Madam, we had how many? Tell them that how many members?
More than 50, and again we are conducting a membership drive next month, just in few days. So those who are interested to join IEEE, they can.
Many cases from this were a new one, but some of the students from IEEE represent the state and the section.
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
Some, right? I think who is representing college? Tell your name, right?
Tanmay
representing?
They have been at India Council level. Each of these executive committee members, they are ambassadors of some activity, and they are also getting travel support like Satyam and Tanmay. They went to Gujarat, sponsored by IEEE. So there are so many activities that these students are actively participating, and this all comes in your resume also. So these all are counted.
Under SIG, you can submit the proposal to IEEE. IEEE provided the grant, right? So your proposal in that way. So start working together. So coming together is the progress, right? So you have to come together, right? So many places new one, right? They are again award winner, madam. Every time you,
Yes.
right? Please display on the notice board.
Yes, yes.
Please display on the notice board. That will be a motivation for others.
Yes, yes.
So many of them are award winner. They are representing state and section.
Yes, yes.
So what is the state and section? Sitting here, you could not understand. You have to go in a section. You have to go in the state. Then you understand what is meant by state and what is meant by section.
Yes, yes.
Right? So please be the part of this activity. Try to be joining. Even though there is a limitation of the SIG group member, but you can be add them as another member also. You form another group also.
Sir, you
So-
reminded of a very important point about the recognition that you
Yes.
are receiving. Maitri is a SAC member at Pune section. That's a very reputed post. So she is at SAC member. Tanmay was also there. Who is there?
Satyam is also there.
And there are others also who are the SAC members. Okay. Then our branch has received best chair award.
Party has represented something.
Roshan Patil.
Huh.
Yes, that's it. Under process.
Under process. Okay.
Then our text it fast.
Huh.
Go back. Our IEEE Student Branch this year has got the award for best chair, that is given to Shankar Finish, our branch chair. I was given recognition as woman in engineering at Pune section. So these are the awards that we are achieving, and everybody of you can achieve so many awards at national international level, provided you work hard.
So why we are telling this one? You should be a part of this activity. You will get the recognition. You will get the awards. You will get the platforms. You will get to lead among the leaders, right? So I'm expecting more in ahead years. All the best. Thank
And
you
sir
very
has
much.
also
Yes.
sir has got the jury award, and Jashi ma'am has got the jury award also. And then there are some. Yes, sir. So now we actually will start with the actual session. I request all the faculty members please join here. The student panelists will sit here, and we will start with the event.
Thank you, sir, for your guidance and continued support. And thank you, ma'am, for introducing the SIT leadership. We now move to first round of the panel discussion. For this round, I would like to invite our moderator, Tanmay Guardian, to take charge of this session. The panelists for round 1 are Deep Zamdar, Gayatri Kedare, Soham Shinde, and Aishwarya Nair. I now request moderators and panelists to come forward. Over to you, Tanmay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's panel discussion on the topic that is shaping the future of our nation. India AI's moment, hype, hope, or reality. Artificial intelligence is everywhere today, from healthcare diagnosis to fintech fraud detection, chatbots, education platforms, and smart governance. India has one of the largest developers communities in booming startup ecosystem and strong government initiatives. But the real question is, are we truly leading the AI revolution or are we just riding the global wave? In this India's breakthrough movement or simply a phase of excitement and over-promising? To explore this, we have an incredible panel today. We have Soham Shinde, Geet Jamwal, Gayatri Kedare, and Aishwarya Nair.
Guys, we can also take active part in the discussion. Once they start speaking, they will put some point, and if you have any doubt, you can ask them. Okay? It is an interactive discussion. Anybody is welcome to speak.
अगर फोटो लेना है तो यहाँ पे इसमें से फोटो लेगा तो ठीक है.
Okay, so let's start with the panel discussion. So, with our very first and common question, do you guys think AI is taking our jobs?
Yeah, well, in some sort it is taking, but most of the jobs are getting either automated or getting redefined in completely new ways. So you can say that AI is taking your job, but actually it's being replaced by the people who are adapting to AI, not only using AI, and they are moving forward with it.
I guess that is promising. So, my
Anybody
first
has to say anything on whether AI is taking up jobs or not? You all are freshers must be worried whether AI taking up our jobs or not. Everybody has this question now. Everybody has this fear in mind. Do you have any question? Do you have anything to say on it?
I heard that those who know about the AI technology can do better job.
So just to clarify, you said that the person with AI can do more than the person without AI, right? That was the question. Yeah, so that's happening right now. Where in the companies there were a team of around 50 to 60 developers. Right now it's just 10 or 20 members carrying out the same workload that those 50 or 60 members were doing. Because 90% to 95% of the time, right now in the industry is focused primarily on planning and how the product would be front-end facing. And 90%, 95% after doing that, only 5% of the time is spent in execution. That too, those execution is made by automated AI tools. So I hope your answer got the question got answered.
Any other question, guys? Yes, yes.
Just a reflection, I feel AI is definitely taking jobs, but it's also creating jobs. Like when computers first came into the market, people were worried now computers are gonna take over all the jobs. But then now we have developers, software engineers.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct, right? Means prior to 5 or 6 years ago, there was not a role on, let's just say, prompt engineering, site reliability engineer, forward deploy engineer. These roles didn't exist in the past. The roles came into existence after the revolution of AI. So yeah, you are absolutely correct.
Anybody else from audience? Any question, any input? This is the most burning question, na? Everybody has this fear in mind. How can we survive? What knowledge to gain to survive in the industry? Yes, yes.
So the question is how to get job in this era. First of all, understand you don't have to use only that. India is a country of consumers. We are focusing on only consuming AI content or let's say AI chatbots. We don't have to use, we have to build something. First, try to build using, we have cloud bots. We now can see the first part I would like to declare that AI is really impacting the market is not, we have to answer that is marketing crashing. So we said success of that is crashing of Infosys, TCS, these like companies. Because of what? Because of deployment of one cloud update, which is going to change the all working force of that. So yes, try to build something using that. Don't only use that. Okay?
Absolutely correct. So what has India built recently in terms of prompt engineering?
Anybody? Do you want to answer this question? Anybody was
What
following
has
AI
India
impacts
built
of it?
recently? Yes. AI chatbot, what's its name? Servo AI. That is the chatbot developed by India.
Yeah, so it is one of the significant foundational models that India has developed until now. It is one of the deep tech ecosystem foundational models. So Servo AI comes in two types of model category. It is in 30 billion parameters and in 105 billion parameters. And it has even left behind Google Gemini 3 Pro model in OCR evaluation based. So India is going forward developing foundational models that are specialized around India's need. We are not directly competing with the foundational model that OpenAI has, that Anthropic has. We are developing specialized models that India's requirement gets satisfied in the first place, and that's why we are ahead right now.
So this model is suitable to India's culture. It's not copy-pasted from existing models. India has its developed score considering the culture and the environment that India lives in.
So moving ahead, so my first question is for Ashwarya. Is compute infrastructure truly the biggest bottleneck?
Okay, so does anyone know what is compute infrastructure? It's a big word, I know, but it's very easy. What it is GPUs, data centers, or anything that is related to AI. So what was the question?
Is compute infrastructure truly the biggest bottleneck?
So in one word I can say yes, but it can be oversimplifying the term compute infrastructure if in case of India. Why? Because this is basically a layered structure. So first structure goes from data analysis, that is, people in India are very much into getting ready-made stuff. Just like how Soham said, we are usually consuming and not the people who produce. So that's the first thing that we have to make, that we have to be producers. If not, then again it is in a bottleneck. The second layer that I was talking about is India generates most or produces more number of engineers. Look at you all. Many engineers, right? But what about talented engineers? What is our education system? I'm not criticizing the education system, but we don't have something which is industrial social platform collaboration. We don't follow what is there in real-time models. We just go with whatever is in the syllabus, what is in the structured syllabus. So that is literally killing our imagination, literally reducing our power to think. Again, a bottleneck to India. The third structure that I was talking about is basically very important because other countries, why are they in front of us is because they produce AI. And why are we lagging behind? Is because we use their AI. So what are we doing? We are promoting them. Again, a bottleneck to it. So in simple terms, I can say that yes, computational infrastructure should be made by India by making people know what exactly it is, simplifying it, getting it into infrastructures like educational systems or even in internships. People should be provided proper training as to why is this happening, what is going to happen next, and for what are we doing this. We are doing internship for the sake of doing internship because we're going to get 100 marks. No, we should not do that. So we are the future of our India, right? So if we don't take care of it, then again it is in a bottleneck. So
Yeah, I guess answers.
So, like she said, we should establish our own infrastructure. Do you know who is the founder of Google? Huh? Google founder? Sundar Pichai, na? He is CEO. Yeah, yeah. So he recently said in the India Summit that he is going to establish a data centers at one of the places in India. Do you know which city these data hubs are being established? So these data centers are being established at Chennai. Like she said, it will be a cheap computing. It will be made up of GPUs, high processors, CPU setups, and this will be used to train large language models. This will be done by Sundar Pichai very soon in India.
And adding to the point that ma'am just discussed, our India AI mission, under India AI mission, our government has deployed around 30,000 GPUs for us to use. Okay, now out of these 30,000 GPUs, around 15,000 GPUs are active. And if you, as a student researcher, or if you are developing any sort of foundational AI models, you can use those GPU servers to train your model, and the cost of using those GPU server is just 65 rupees per hour, which is significantly less than what AWS and Google charges. So take note of that.
Well, that is well said. So my next question is for Soma. Are Indian startups innovating deeply or mostly building wrappers?
Okay, so it's a great question. First, let's understand what is wrapper. Wrapper is let's say example, I have built a travel agent which gives me the travel plan. If I said that I want to plan trip to Manali on March, something 5 March to 12 March, and we have students and we have this budget. So it will give me the exact plan, what are the hotels, what is the transportation, but what it will use in backend. It will use API. What API? Google, just any ChatGPT, Cloud API. That's a wrapper. That's a failure point of many Indian startups. Now, if you are going to build something like that, please don't use APIs. Or use APIs, but train by yourself. You can say the word is or fine tuning. Understand the word fine tuning? You can fine tune the model and then use it. But don't use as it is API keys. Because most of the startups start with it, they get the most of profits from 5-6 years, okay? And then after that, they have more than half profit goes into API prices, okay? And then next, it's become a dependent. Now, I would like to ask one question that how many of you know Emergent company? Okay, so Emergent is the largest AI startup in India. AI, I don't mean by AI means it is not using the backend as an API of the other countries' chatbots. Okay, they have built orchestration. Okay, you can write down this word also. Orchestration. What is orchestration? One AI agent send one task to another AI agent. Then there is a branch parent. Yes, there is a branch like parent, then child. Then there is also human in loop. Means chatbot will ask you again and again about feedback. They have built that, and what is Emergent? So it just builds website, apps, and it deploys on single command. And about statistics, so they have raised $100 million in 8 months. That's the fastest AI company, and this is an Indian company which is competing against AI models like OpenAI and Cloud. And yes, so about question, we should not use wrappers. If you want to build something, don't build from scratch. You will ask that if I don't have, you are saying that don't use API keys, then should I build my own ChatGPT for that? No, you don't have to build. Just build your basic model. Starting you have to use APIs, but after that, don't depend on that only. That's it.
Well, that is well said, but don't you think it's quite like going against the hype? Like, hype is all about APIs, GPTs, Gemini.
That's the title of our reality is just study something about Indian startups, how many Indian startups have submitted their in India AI summit also. Understand, they have just 60 to 70%. They are focusing on fast money, we can say just early growth, but they are only making the use of API keys.
Yeah, well, understandable. So my next question is to Maithili. It is quite related. Are students being shaped into researchers, builders, or service engineers?
Thank you for asking that question, Tanmay. Now, before we dive in, everybody spoke about consumers and everything. But what's the core part that comes to this is how we shape students. Now, before you go to professional lives, you all are students. We all are students right now. So before we dive in, I would like to clear the concept of what are researchers, as you mentioned, builders, then as well as service engineers. Now, researchers are something they innovate, right? They innovate algorithms, they work on solutions. Builders are someone who are building some models, they are working on a real life problem. Now, service engineers are everybody that wants to, get a job. Those are service engineers who are working into IT sectors, right? Like TCS, Wipro, etc. Now, to understand that, let's understand the ecosystem of India right now. Now, as Soham and even Geet mentioned, that India is a huge AI consumer. Now, what question I want to ask you all is, what do you think is one stream that AI can never replace? What do you think that is? Okay, agriculture. And any domain, like something amongst what Tanmay said, builders, researchers, service engineers, what do you think is something that AI will never replace? Something technical. Anyone? Just give it a try.
Any domain that you think that AI won't be able to.
Art-related stuff like science.
Okay, definitely. But let's talk about the topic that we're talking right now. Let's give you an option like research, building, or service engineers. What is amongst these do you think AI will never replace? Okay, the domain that I just mentioned. As she said, research. So something that is completely human-based. You need human mind for that. You can definitely use cloud AI to think besides you, but that is a field that is not going to be replaced by human. So I feel like India is a huge AI consumer, and it is time that India should be an AI leader. Okay, now to become an AI leader, what we require is foundational research. Okay, foundational based research. Now towards this, I wouldn't say India is not an AI leader. India is definitely an AI leader. It's a rapidly developing country. Now as we know, we have a great amount of youth population, which also brings a great amount of talent. But what our problem is, what a challenge we face is not a talent challenge, it's a structural one. As Geet mentioned the high compute value, right? When you are working into a high tech, if you're working to develop some high tech technology, you require access to, let's say when you are even working for AWS, you have to pay for every hour that you're spending on the system, right? So even that is something that brings, a challenge to India. But I feel like in today's world, India is definitely rapidly going towards AI leaders. Now, as to answer Tanmay's question, I feel the correct order. There is nothing one you can pick up as to we are shaping our students to. You cannot pick between builders, researchers, or service engineers. We require all these terms as to build talent and get our country to become AI leaders. So I would say I'd rather answer it into the right order. So first we require is builders. First, students should know how to build a technology, how to build models, how to work on real life problems. Once that knowledge you have secured, the next you will be doing is researching. Researching is basically where you will be, based on the knowledge you have right now, you'll be creating solutions, creating innovating technology basically, and then you would use the service engineers, which is where you actually get your solutions and give it to the clients. So rather than becoming AI consumers, we should definitely become AI leaders, is what I feel. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, I guess you just talked about psychologists, right? You said that psychologists can't be replaced, right? Can I tell you one thing that I, Vedika and Gargi, we we were actually on a project called as neuroproofing, which is like we were planning to make it into a patented form, but then yeah, what exactly it was that any person who is facing ADHD, schizophrenia, whatever, can talk to that kind of a chatbot or something and get know what type of severity level that person has. Is it low? Is it medium? Is it high? So even psychologists can be replaced, because I myself have friends who even talk to ChatGPT when they have a heartbreak or something, and they just say, "Oh, I'm sad. I don't know what to do. Just talk to me" or something. So again, that is acting as a psychologist. That is replacing. That is being replaced by AI. So I guess, are you answered or do you have any questions?
Okay, so as she said, nothing, AI cannot replace you. It's not snatching jobs out of you. It's just automating things. What AI requires is how you will handle AI. You also need to manage AI. So even if, as you said, psychology, or even as she said that AI will be a companion, it won't be overtaking you, because it's a human mind that made AI, not AI who made the human mind. Okay? Yes.
Well, can I give my opinion? It is a bit controversial since somebody said there was art that cannot be replaced, somebody said there was psychology that cannot be replaced, which Aishwarya said that psychology can be replaced. Art can also be replaced. I guess you all see NFTs, they're online, NFTs being sold for billions. Then we have chatbots for your mental health. People, usually when we were children, we used to talk to ourselves. But nowadays, we see children talk to ChatGPT about their problems. I've seen myself, I've seen my friends do that. So that is one thing. I hope everybody has experienced that once in a while, talking to ChatGPT about their problems, and it just gives you the most satisfying answer that you want to hear from your best friend. So yeah.
So I just would like to add one more point. Now, as you said, like it was your opinion that AI can't replace psychologists. Okay. Now, psychology, or let's just say mental health, is one of the hardest field that AI will face to replace those psychologists and psychiatrists and all. There's a reason to this, because there are many concerns of ethics and many concerns of regulations, health data pampering and all. As Tanvi said, that whenever you talk with this chatbot, they give you satisfying answers. They give answers that satisfy you. But psychologist isn't the one who gives you satisfied answer. He tells you what's happening with you, he notes it down and stuff like that. So psychology and psychiatry, they will be eventually replaced by AI, and in some factor, you can also say that they will be assisted by AI sooner than they will be replaced. But again, psychology and mental health is one of the hardest field that AI is going to face to replace them. Okay, thanks.
On this point, I would like to mention that all of them have been a part of the internship program that the Pune section started under EMBS internship, where the topic was to develop products in the field of mental disorders, and everybody of them has developed a project, and we and Satyam, his team got the top 3 best performing internship team at the EMBS chapter, which deals in the field of mental disorders. Keep clap to them. Yes, guys, now the time for this group is almost over. If anybody has any doubt to ask them, you can. Otherwise, this group will go and other group will come. That will be the last.
If anyone have any questions.
Any questions from this group? Okay, so well done, guys. And the next group will come, next panelist and moderator.
So as we wrap up today's discussion, India's AI movement, hype, hope or reality, one thing is clear. This is not a simple yes or no question. We have the talent to scale the ambition. The real question is whether we choose to build deeply, invest boldly and innovate originally. Thank you.
Thank you to our moderator and panelists today's panel discussion. For this round, I would like to invite our moderator, Pranav Sarbuke, to lead the session. The panelists for round 2 are Roshan Patil, Shambhu Baramule, Zui Vaikole, and Shivam Sunamne. I now request the moderator and panelists to come forward. Over to you, Pranav.
Myself, Pranav Sarbuke from third year computer. It's my privilege to moderate today's special discussions. Today, we are dividing into the most defining Today, we are dividing into one of the most defining conversations of our generation, artificial intelligence, its regulation, sovereignty, industry impact, and employment student pathways. AI is no longer a futuristic concept, it is shaping policy, startup, government policy, geopolitics, and all these things. So discuss all these things. I am here as a moderator with my panel members Roshan Patil, Shambhu Baramule, Zui Vaikole, and Shivam Sonam. Starting with very first question, is India's regulatory approach enabling experimentation or slowing innovation? I repeat, is India's regulatory approach enabling experimentation or slowing innovation?
So first of all, I know a lot of people don't understand what regulatory approach means. Regulatory approach means the rules and regulations that a government has made. Now for us it's India, but that India has made to control the use of AI and building of AI. So for this, yes, I would like to answer Pranav's question. Yes, that innovation is it's helping innovation. Our India's regulatory approach is actually helping innovation. To back that up, India doesn't have strict laws for AI. There is a place where India has released in 2023 a rule book of sorts, but it's not a rule book, it is an advisory guide for AI. There's also India AI mission. So government is trying to motivate Indian developers to actually explore and experiment in this so that India AI mission provides us GPUs, large public GPUs. As Geet had mentioned in the last previous is 65 rupees. So to access those GPUs, you just need 65 rupees. Although it's not accessible for personal use, but as an organization under our SIG branches or under our organization, you can actually access it. So and the next point is sandboxes. So India has provided sandboxes. It's mostly very applicable in the fintech industry. So RBI, everyone knows what RBI is, right? So RBI has kind of made it clear sandboxes. Sandboxes is like a safe testing space. So fintech is a very risky place for managing. So it's a safe testing space for all the UPIs and PhonePe, all those type of applications. The downside of all of this is going to be that there are very unclear laws right now for regarding AI. So you don't know what to do and when to do it, and is it allowed or not allowed. That's an unclarity in the law, and government also doesn't know what to make legal or not because it is an explorative field. Then there is quick changing laws. As we know, deepfake is the most risky
cyber crimes that happen. So government keeps changing the laws for those kind of AI applications. But some industries like agriculture, the ma'am said cannot be replaced. Actually, you can kind of, there can be made drones, can be made, there can be applications, prediction systems, a lot of scope in agriculture as well. Agriculture and marketing. Now you have seen marketing is been the most a field that AI is used the most. So those industries AI can be used very easily, and the laws and regulations are not tight in those fields at all. But fields like healthcare and fintech, there are very strict laws that you have to abide by. So when you build an application, now how many people here plan to build an application in AI?
Everybody now?
So only that part of the section wants to build an application in AI. Maybe y'all can answer what kind of application, what domain do you want to build it in?
Actually, it's something like healthcare.
So for healthcare, if you build an application in healthcare, there is a lot of rules and regulations that you have to abide by. You have to research the laws in India that are there. It's not clear right now, so that can hinder a student's process. So we have to work on it, and we have to make the government also work on it to make laws that are clear. We don't want to become the next US, where cybersecurity has become a big issue because of the development of AI. Nor do we want to become the next Europe, where very strict laws are there, so no experimenting happens. So what India wants to do is to develop clear but flexible laws.
Now, adding to her point, whenever, like she said, healthcare, and adding to her point, suppose we want to develop an application in healthcare, say some project based on mental disorders. In that case, you have to stick to a regulation called DSM-5. And if you try to go against the DSM-5, you will see your ChatGPT will also stop responding. It says that I cannot go against it. Like I cannot set these rules because they are against the regulations mentioned in the medical journal. So you have to stick to the chatbots also don't respond.
But there are many ways to bypass that. Like
Yes, many ways to bypass.
If you are using only ChatGPT, it will say
Exactly. So I did a comparative analysis on that. So I was using four: Microsoft Copilot, then ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. And I was trying to develop a synthetic data set, and the rules has to be followed as per DSM standard. So only ChatGPT gave me the data set, and other three refused to generate it. So ChatGPT bypassed it. But
yeah, ma'am, but a better way is to just install the LLM locally in your own device and then use it like as you want. Like there are no restrictions. Even you can like develop your
no
own
restrictions, but we have to stick to rules also, na?
Yeah, but that's true. Rules in India are not that strict as rules in USA. Like
When it comes to healthcare applications or any application that impact business the most, we have to stick to rules. Otherwise, it will be loss of life. It can be loss of life. It can be loss of money also.
So for the rules sticking part, yes, ma'am said is correct. You have to stick to the rules, and you have to make sure that the healthcare industry, as healthcare is very niche, you cannot make mistakes in those industries. So you have to stick to the rules for sure. And public data sets anyway, correct data sets are not available for general public, so you cannot make good accurate results if you don't have rules based or you haven't followed the protocol.
Okay, very nice explanation from Jay. Next question: how do regulations influence funding, startup, and product timeline? I am repeating. How do regulations influence funding, startup, and product timelines?
Thank you, Varun, for this question. This question is for all of the engineers. Because of starting a new business, the engineers do everything in our life. Yes, with this, I agree with this question. Engineers do everything in their life because of we come in engineering because of the startups and funding and timeline. The first thing is that funding. The government gives the funds for the startups, and engineers think that which startup we have in our regular life, and we find a solution in of that problem. And the government gives the funds like in money or help with us for surround the environment with nice solution. And the second one is the startup. We know that students start without engineering for their startups, and startup is that we engineers are there for come to engineering for the startups, and we go explore the things in engineering as all of exploring the engineering life in daily life, and we see the problem statements or the problems of the people or problem creating in the environment. We find the solution on that. But the only this different thing is that we use the AI in that problem and analyze the different types of problems in that problem also. Means we take timeline for that. That the next thing is in my question is that timelines. For building the products, we need to timeline our all the new business or startup. First, we analyze the problem of the people using that product. Then we build the product, and then last time the maintenance are the most important thing. And my colleague said that the rules are most important. First, in life we also manage the rules, because now we studying in daily life. We plan our days in a different way, like 1 hour study, 1 hour explore the life. These things are also managed in our startups also. And startup is our engineering, we say the energy of engineers. And for this, ma'am also say for us that we working on the farmers, because I am also a son of the farmer, and I analyze my problems with working the farming. And in event presentation, ma'am told us that we present our topic is the farmer investing invest in our farmers products. And because of in farmers the products are what is that? We eat daily foods. Food are most important thing in our life. And farmer and all of the say AI will replace all things, but that will the farmer don't replace AI, because the farmer are our second god of our people. And products of the farmers are that we all things eat in daily life, but there is no investing of farmers, because there is no value for the of the products of the farmer. And that's why I'm also working with my friends for the farmer app. By spend app in investors are contributing our product app, but we go close that, but I do not commit it. But we starting go to that app, and I appreciate that I work on farmers and proud of my father for this. And many of the students are the farmers, students are there, but analyze the problems in daily life. That's a startup is most important thing. That we start to that product, build the products, and that's all for that. This is my questions.
Yes. Addition to this point, recently the Maharashtra state government also allocated 500 crores for the air public. And 2 days ago, on 16th January, in the Balamati, there is the AI summit oriented for the farming, how to use AI for the agriculture to for the producing different crops, cereals, and all the things. Air farming is the use of traditionally we are using many methods for the production, farming production, agriculture production. But when we use AI, we will goes to high production with the help of less even suitable for the climate change. That traditionally we can pre-assume the climate that period we can sow this crop. But now, as we see the climate change, we can use AI. We also help. It is also feasible for the climate change with production.
Like addition of drones in agriculture
Okay. Moving towards next question. Which skills should student prioritize? Which skills should student prioritize to stay relevant in the AI era? Again, I am repeating. Which skills should student prioritize to stay relevant in this AI era?
Such a nice question. So, before answering this question, I would like to mention that this whole event and this whole panel discussion is based on AI and AI Summit 2026, which held in India, New Delhi. So, I would like to ask you guys: is there anyone who don't know what AI is, or who don't use AI at all in their regular life? So, as I can see, there is no one who don't know what AI is. So, you all know, and we all know that AI is at its peak. AI is everywhere. But our main fear is: will AI replace humans? Will AI takes the human jobs? Will AI lead to unemployment? So the answer for this question, my honest answer for this question is no, because AI is developed for automating the repetitive tasks and low level tasks. So we can focus on another high level and important tasks in our product. Suppose I am developing an app and I want to use AI in that. So I will do the coding part using AI. So the time required and efforts required for the coding will be reduced. And so that the efforts and the time I will invest that time and efforts to research and some foundation skills. So our main fear as a fresher in this industry, in this IT world and AI industry, is what skills we should learn and in what skills we should prioritize. So the first is foundation skills. Like we should prioritize DSA, algorithms, and problem solving and critical analysis. AI can do coding, but it can't analyze the industry trade-offs and actual thinking. It only works as a co-pilot, but we are the actual moderator of that AI, which manages the proper flow and which executes things properly. And second is understand how AI models works. We only use AI, our task is done and we forgot about it. But we never learn about how AI works, how it is calculating these things. Suppose let's take an example of calculator. Calculator didn't replace mathematicians. It just helps the mathematician to work efficiently. Same, the AI is just a co-pilot which can help us. But we have to focus on these skills rather than focusing on only using AI. We have to use AI in our regular life, but we have to our main focus should be AI-driven development, and our SIG focus on that, which is intelligent systems. We are trying to develop a product using AI and applying AI in development and also in products to provide better efficiency. And again, human skills like communication, psychology, these things are, I don't think right now the AI can compete in that field. So we should focus on these foundations, AI thinking and human skills to build AI or to be relevant in AI industry.
Anybody has any questions so far? Yes, guys.
So fantastic explanation from Roshan. Moving towards next question. Should students focus on research, infrastructure, engineering or applied AI? Once again I am repeating. Should students focus on research, infrastructure, engineering or applied AI?
So I'm going to take a different stance here. Rather to ask about the research, infrastructure and applied AI. First, students should ask themselves about if you want to become an intelligence creator or intelligence user. In nowadays, students are using AI tools, but only focusing on how system works, how data flows, how system skills. They are just using the AI tools and doing the project. But let me explain the term research is the way you are training your AI to how to think and what to not. In that, you are using mathematics, probability, and predictive maintenance to make AI to think like a human. In infrastructure, the AI doesn't run on the air. It needs databases, cloud systems, and management. So, even when the users count go to the million, still our system doesn't get crash. So the function is very useful and it's the backbone of AI. And the applied AI is that after you are making an AI model, you are going to use that AI model to simplify your daily task. Like you are going to conference, you are going to solve using that AI is called the applied AI. So nowadays, India needs the person that build the system, not just build AI tools. If you are using only the AI, then you are easily replaceable in today's world. So it's not. I am not saying that applied AI is bad. Basically, everyone should start with the applied AI. Because in applied AI, you are need to know about the user experience, what is the experience, what the business impact, and what the real problem is. After that, you can move on to the infrastructure, means how to scale this system, how to manage security, and manage the all. And the third step is the research. You don't have to be a researcher, you just apply, increase your knowledge about that system. So, in the future, you are going to improve your product according to the business standards. So, my simple opinion is that start with applied AI, then go to the infrastructure, and at last go to the research development. So, you are building the system, then scaling the system, and improving the system.
Anything additional from audience? You can add your point of views also.
In addition, I would like to mention that in AI Summit 2026, they have launched human-centric AI framework named Manav, which is based on this topic that it should be human-centric. Without replacing humans, it should be work as a co-pilot. And second term is sovereignty, which means the independent of the India should be independent of technology. Now, right now, India is dependent on countries like USA and China. So instead of it is a major issue when it's about the strategic plans and privacy, because the data is ours, but all the control and all the storage is at India and at America and China. So due to higher taxes and pricing, India we are overpaying them for these technologies, and we are lacking at research levels and these cloud levels due to this. So our Prime Minister Modi had launched this AI Summit for sovereignty. So India should be independent for other technologies. Like he mentioned, we should download the LLM models in our system and use our AI as our customized AI. We are going to, the India is going to do the same thing at a global level.
Adding to his point, so this year India has Impact Summit 2026 recently held in Delhi. The theme of this summit is Manav, that is M stands for moral and ethical system, A stands for accountable governance, N stands for national sovereignty, A stands for accessible and inclusive AI, and V stands for valid and legitimate systems. So this is the that is the theme of India AI Impact Summit. So any addition from audience? Yes.
So everyone is using AI to build the projects, but the difference is between the only two user and the system builder is that two user directly copy paste from ChatGPT or any AI tools and build the system. He also can build the system in 2 days, and the system builder trace the code, fix the code, learn the code. He also can build in 2 days. But after you want to scale, or there is a security issue or any type of error is appeared in your code, then the two user is again going to use the AI tools to manage your system. But system builder, as we know each and everything about that code, so we can solve easily and more efficiently. AI tools, as the AI tools doesn't take human feelings or human values in order. So the system designed by the system builder is more efficient and more scalable than the person who made a system using AI tools. Even if you ask him or her about the code, he can't even explain the half of the code. That's the main disadvantage of using only AI tools. Using AI tools is a good option, but you have to learn and code. You can copy paste, it saves time, but you have to learn each and every word of that code. So that will be beneficial for your future.
Very nice explanation. Nice explanation.
I would like to say, don't learn the code, understand the code. So even if you don't understand what the algorithm is, you should understand what the algorithm is trying to determine. What is your solution? What problem you are addressing? What is your core concept behind that code that you are writing? So you can use AI. All of us uses AI. All the college students we know, everybody uses AI, ChatGPT, and does copy pasting code. But what we need to do is understand core concepts. When you sit in theory lectures, they teach you core concepts. You need to listen to those core concepts and apply it in your actual code. You need to understand. So whenever you face a problem later on in your application, you need to know that what was the problem, what happened in my code that couldn't address that problem, so you solved it. If you don't know what happened in your code, then you can't address the problem. You won't know what to do. And kitne baar hi you will ask ChatGPT to help you, right?
So moving towards the conclusion, adding my conclusion. So we like or dislike the use of AI, but fact is that AI is everything today. The repercussions of government AI impact summit is our AI conclave in MMIT. Even also a few days ago in City House, where the World Economic Forum this year's summit organized. The most funding is going to companies who are trying to put the setup of AI data centers even in our Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam. Google is trying to build the AI data center. So I think that we like or dislike, today's world is all about AI. That's it. Thank you for your patience. Yes.
Siddhant. Okay, how do you use AI, Siddhant? Assignments. What else?
Study purpose.
For?
Study purpose.
Study purpose. What else? Is it limited to only study? Where do you use AI? Okay.